Excellent. All right, Sean. So, yeah, excellent to meet you. I just have a few questions for you, and yeah, I was just wondering, like, I've been told that this deal has been kind of in the works. It's been in the works for a while. We've been trying to get you to come back to the Lions. So, what can you say? What were kind of like your plans? Obviously, you chose us, but what was kind of like that process like? You coming back to BC after all these years?
Oh well, to be honest, I'm from White Rock, and when I left to go to Montreal, obviously I wanted that opportunity to play because I wasn't going to play here with Paul McCallum being the guy. And but there's a part of me that always wanted to come back home. The Lions found me when I was 18 years old playing rugby, and they groomed me for years. And I never was given that opportunity to be the starter. And I've always wanted to be the guy for my home team and represent my province and my hometown. And so there's that part of me always looking at BC's lineup or their kickers and their situation with them, and if I can make that jump back. And then my situation, obviously, where I was in Montreal, I had a few good years, but there's years that I wish I wasn't there. and then Edmonton was fun, but obviously you could tell last year wasn't the greatest either. So with all the change that had happened, and everyone could kind of see that it was going to happen with Edmonton. They're kind of rebuilding, and plus their money situation, they had to pay off coaches that they got rid of. So after the season, I Brock Sunderland left. I was always very loyal to him, and he was loyal to me and very honest. And then, I won a Grey Cup with Chris Jones, but I saw there was an opportunity in BC now. I've been hearing murmurs that they want to fix their kicking situation. So I just tell my agent pretty much like, man, do what you can to get me back if we can, but if not, I'll gladly go back to Edmonton where I've been very successful. But so it was, I don't know, leading up to legal tampering week. That's when my agent pretty much or it was during that week, my agent said, "You're going home." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then he's like, we're still talking numbers and things like that, blah blah blah, nothing's set in stone, but it's pretty much certain if you want to go home, you can go home. And then I talked to my family who still lives in White Rock, and now my nieces and nephews are old enough to appreciate sport and go to games. And I've been gone for 12 years, and I've been doing it alone, and it's kind of lonely. It was fun when I was young and dumb, but I'm 36 now, and family is kind of what it's all about for me now. And I got a girlfriend, we got a place now, and it just makes sense for me to stay home. I also want to be a firefighter. So I applied to White Rock Fire for a paid on call firefighter there, hoping to get that. I also do dynamic rescue, technical rescue for dynamic rescue systems. So it just made sense for me to get home. I could play football and continue to work on my life after football. So, but the deal I made with BC was awesome. Like, I was just so happy. And even on that legal tampering week, when I got the call, like right at 9 a.m. my time, when legal tampering opened, Neil McAvoy called me. And as a player, it feels pretty special when you feel wanted and important. Like, it's, as a player, you want people to trust you, and you want to show them why they should trust you. So the way they welcomed me in, and then I came back the other day to sign, was just phenomenal. Like, nothing has changed whatsoever since I left. So it was like seriously coming back home, and I haven't stopped smiling since I signed that paper, man. I'm just so excited, and I'm so excited I can stay home. I don't have to worry about moving again, and I'm sure my dog's happy about that too. So
Yeah, for sure. Do you come here and live in White Rock during the off season?
It depends on my situation. Montreal, again, when I was young, I'll go there for 6 months, come back for 6 months, and then I got comfortable there. So I lived there for about 2 years, and then we just come back for Christmas. And then Edmonton, my first 2 years, yeah, it was the same thing, moved back and forth. And I had a girlfriend, so I lived out there, and it's not a bad drive to come back home anytime I wanted from Edmonton. So yeah, it's kind of what it is.
Sure. So like obviously, like I feel like teams all around the league wanted you, and just because like if say this didn't really like work out, like if you wouldn't have returned at this free agency, like in the off season, which is right now. Do you feel like you would want to come back to BC, or you did mention briefly that you wanted to stay in Edmonton? Was that
Mhm.
kind of like, were you ever feeling like you wanted to stay there, or?
Um, I love Edmonton. I'm a huge sports fanatic, so it's a huge sports city, and it's so much fun to be a part of it. But again, like I said, like if I couldn't make a deal with BC, I would have gladly gone back. But BC for me was priority number one, to get home and be with my family and basically start my life. Like, I felt like I've had to put everything on hold for football, and that's the sacrifice you make. And I'll never take back the sacrifices I've made. I've had an awesome career and I've had so much fun. And so yeah, Edmonton rejuvenated my career when I was going to retire in 2015. So I felt like I owed them, but at the same time, BC's home. They are the ones that grew me. I've always felt like I've always been a Lion, man. It's always been in me, and it's always been weird playing against the BC Lions because I grew up watching them. I used to go to BC Place and watch Louis Pasaglia, the Fluties play, and like it was so much fun. And now I've just wanted to be the guy for the BC Lions and represent. I want my family in the crowd every game. I want my friends out there. And even last night, go to the Canucks games and people recognize me, Crazy Peas out there. Like it was just so much fun. Everyone's just welcoming back, and it's just been really great the last few days.
Yeah, for sure. Have you been back in BC for a while now?
Yeah, pretty much. As soon as the season ended, I took off and got out of there before it got too cold.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. So, like, what kind of expectations do you have right now with this new team that you're being a part of compared to the one 10 years ago or so, and with a new quarterback as well? What's kind of your expectations for the season?
I'd say a good one, man. It's a young team that is, that they prove that, or Nathan's proved that he is an unbelievable athlete, especially when he beat us in the last game of the year last season. It was embarrassing, but but he looked good, man. He looked really good, and yeah, expectations is to win, man. That's I never try to look too far ahead. I try to focus on myself and what I have to do to be accountable to the team. Um, I expect big things out of myself. I'm gonna have the best. Like again, this lit a fire under my butt, man. I'm already hard in the gym. I'm already training. I'm already eating better. I've lost a ton of weight, and now I'm just gonna pack on some muscle here. And I just want to have the best season I possibly can for this next season and for my hometown. And I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my friends and family, because I'm sure I'll get beaked after games and stuff. So, but I'm just excited. I'm just so excited to play, and the team is looking really good. You see the names they're bringing in. Neil and Rick have done an unbelievable job, and just making the players feel welcome as well is huge. The way they treat the players is phenomenal right now, and and as a player, you're excited to play for those guys.
Mm-hmm. Have you been able to go to the facility and meet the guys yet, or what's this week been like for
Yeah,
you?
yeah. On Monday, I had to go in. Was it Monday or Tuesday? I went in to go sign my contract, and I walked in there and I saw my old locker, and like nothing's changed in there. Maybe just the colors a bit. Cato's not there anymore, which is kind of sad. But I pretty much know everybody still. Like but everyone's just a little older. But the guys I've met, my biggest thing, I love to golf, and I like to go out with the boys. If a strong team is a team that goes out together and has fun together. And I feel like every team I've been on, I've been kind of the guy to get the boys together and go golfing, or if it's poker night at my house or whatever, I try to do as much as I can with the boys, because when you got each other's backs, that's how you play better. And in 2015, when I was in Edmonton, I was on a team that, yeah, there were some big names, but to be honest, I think there are teams that were better than us talent wise, but we had each other's backs, and we were so tight knit, and you just couldn't beat us because we fought for each other. And honestly, I have that same feeling for this team right here. Got a lot of guys coming back, and a lot of great new fresh faces as well in certain areas. But I think we are capable of putting on some serious points out there, and the defense looks solid as well. So, but you never know until those lights turn on and the bullets start firing.
Yeah, for sure. I think one one last question I've got for you, and this has kind of been like one that has been burning on me to like ask a kicker. So since your job, it requires you to be like almost perfect all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and like what's kind of going through your mind as even like a mid to high 80% completion rate of field goals isn't necessarily good enough. Teams want like 90, mid 90s, 100%, right? Like what's kind of going through your mind? It's crazy for me to think of being that good at your job, you know?
Yeah, come to, you know, and it's kicking, like all the talent in any sport is all getting better and better, and you got to adapt and keep up. And like when I started in, what was it, 2009, when I first got my start with BC, when Paul got hurt. But you can see the kickers across the league, they're 80s now, but you can see, or low 80s. Or even if we go back further in time, you can see the like Louis Passaglio, everyone loved him, but he's only 75%. If you really look at that. And these guys were known as the best kickers. And I started looking at old all-stars, and they were 81%. And I'm like, if I was 81%, I would quit. But nowadays you have to be like, I want to be a 90% kicker. I know I'm gonna miss, and it's gonna happen. I'm human. Obviously, yes, I want to be perfect, and when I'm not perfect, I'm pissed. So I just try to take it game by game. Every game I'm 0 for 0. I don't think about stats. I never look at my stats during the season. I know if I'm doing good or bad. Obviously you can tell too. my mistakes are magnified. So what I go into it is I do a lot of mental preparation, because my job is mental. So I do a lot of visualization. So when I do get nerves, and that's why I love doing what I do. It's exciting, and but to control those nerves, you got to rely in your process and in your routine pre-kick. So yeah, there are times when I'm coming out there, I'm like, oh man, this is a tough kick. Oh, the wind's doing this. Oh, it's a far one and against the wind. And then once I put my tee down, boom, I'm into my routine. And it's just like, okay, I've made this kick a million times, do my steps. I visualize myself kick it, and then I just say, if I keep my head down, I don't miss. Snap, kick, in. But as long as I keep my head down, I don't miss. And it's my own stupidity when I get excited to peak is when I shank one. And it's so stupid. I do the same mistake over and over again. So I feel myself getting better and better every year, though. I do believe age helps a kicker. Obviously, we're not getting hit. We don't have to do much, but just kick the ball. But it's just like a golfer, man. I golf a lot, like I said, and they're very comparable in mindset and approaching a shot. So I do a lot of golf, and that helps my football game as well.
That's awesome. Sweet. All right, Sean. Well, that's all the questions I got for you. That was great to talk to you, and yeah, I wish you all the best. Welcome back to BC, and I hope you're getting comfortable, and you feel like you're actually back home, and that this is real for you. You know, like,
yeah, it's awesome. It's a phenomenal feeling, man. Phenomenal. My family's just over the moon right now. Everyone's so excited, buying jerseys. Friends are buying season tickets again. It's super cool, man. I'm super excited. Yeah. But you too, man. Good luck with what you're doing. Obviously, you're good at what you do, so got a big future, man. Just keep it going. It's a grind in any profession, right? It's just about getting an opportunity and doing what you do with it when you get it.
Absolutely, yeah. Hope I'll see you again soon.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
Bye.